Why, after 15 years of marriage, has William suddenly decided that Kate's a meticulous planner? Why now? Because of Meghan.
I just wanted to say how well she did in Italy. She's just come back. That was her first foray out there since her recovery.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud. She's been amazing. She's been through so much in the last couple of years, particularly. And yeah, she's been looking forward to the Italian trip a lot.
I had no idea she spoke Italian either. Did she do that at uni?
I didn't actually. So she must have dusted that off from a while ago.
And seeing her being able to sort of fulfill those duties must have made you feel very happy.
Yeah, very much so. She's an amazing mum and an amazing wife, and literally our family couldn't cope without her. So she's been absolutely stunning. Away trips like that take a lot out of you because you're on sort of permanent receive and send the whole time, and so we have to balance that, make sure she's okay and rested. But yeah, she's in good form.
You have to balance it with maybe a glass of wine and some pasta on the slide. I'm hoping that she grabbed that.
We all need a glass of wine every now and again.
We do. After 5.
So this morning on Heart Breakfast, William was speaking to Amanda Holden and Jamie Theakston and spoke a lot about Kate. And this is what he said. I'm so proud. I'm very, very proud. She has been amazing. She has been through so much in the past couple of years. She had been looking forward to the Italian trip a lot, so I'm really glad that it went well. Catherine is a meticulous planner who ensures she is fully read up on all the paperwork before going on any trip. William then said Kate wanted to go and do a lot of research. She spends God knows how much time now looking through all the paperwork. She is a proper pro on early years, and so most evenings I'm fighting to get past all the paperwork in the bedroom that she has lined up ready to read. I'm so glad it went well for Catherine in Italy. I think she came back buzzing. She is an amazing mum and an amazing wife, and our family couldn't cope without her, so she has been absolutely stunning. So, when has William ever spoken publicly about how proud he is of Kate? William's only copying Harry by praising his wife. Why now? Why not back in 2011?
Squatties, gather around and settle in comfortably. Grab your tea, coffee, juice, snacks, whatever you need, because today's royal discussion is one of those topics that has the internet talking non-stop. Recently, there has been a wave of attention around Prince William speaking about Catherine and reflecting on her qualities after many years of marriage. In these discussions, he has been highlighting her as an incredibly organized, supportive, and detail-oriented partner. While there's nothing unusual about appreciating your spouse, what has caught public attention is the timing and the way these qualities are being strongly emphasized now, after such a long time together. Naturally, people online have started reacting, questioning why these observations feel so newly highlighted when, in reality, these traits are not new at all. That's where the conversation starts to expand beyond just one comment or one speech. Social media has a way of picking up moments like this and turning them into broader discussions about narrative, timing, and perception. People begin to compare how public figures are presented at different points in time, and how certain qualities are framed depending on the context. It's less about the individuals themselves and more about how public messaging evolves and how audiences interpret it. As the discussion grew, comparisons started to appear online about how different personalities are described when they show similar traits. Things like being organized, prepared, confident, or expressive can be interpreted in very different ways depending on who is being discussed and how the media frames it. This is something audiences have become very sensitive to, especially in the age of social media where past clips, interviews, and headlines are constantly resurfaced and reanalyzed. A big part of the conversation also shifted toward communication style and public speaking. People began debating what makes someone appear natural, confident, and effective when speaking publicly. Some argue it's about preparation, research, and structured thinking. Others feel it should appear effortless and spontaneous. In reality, strong communication usually comes from a mix of both, careful preparation behind the scenes combined with the ability to connect naturally in the moment. Because of this, different public appearances often get interpreted in contrasting ways. A highly structured speech might be seen as polished and professional by some, while others may view it as overly rehearsed. On the other hand, a more relaxed or emotional style might be seen as authentic and relatable by some, while others may interpret it differently. These differences in perception are exactly what fuel ongoing debates online. The discussion then naturally expanded into comparisons between different public figures and couples, especially when similar themes appear across interviews, speeches, or public engagements. Whenever one couple openly expresses appreciation or affection, people often begin to look for similar examples elsewhere, creating a cycle of comparison that keeps repeating itself. Even small moments can get amplified and turned into larger narratives when viewed through this lens. Another point that keeps coming up in these conversations is how public perception changes over time. Qualities that may not have been widely highlighted in the past can suddenly become central talking points later. This doesn't necessarily mean anything has changed, it can simply mean the framing has shifted. Over time, people also become more open in how they speak about their relationships and roles, which can make earlier qualities feel newly emphasized even though they were always present. At the same time, online audiences today are much more analytical than before. People don't just listen to statements, they compare them with older interviews, past moments, and other public appearances. This creates a layered conversation where everything is placed side by side, and patterns, whether intentional or not, are constantly being drawn. Media framing also plays a major role in shaping these discussions. The same trait can be described in completely different ways depending on the narrative direction. One person's confidence may be labeled as leadership, while another's may be questioned. One person's preparation might be praised as professionalism, while the same behavior elsewhere might be seen differently. This inconsistency in framing is one of the reasons public debates become so intense. As these comparisons continue, it's important to remember that public roles are far more complex than what appears on the surface. Speeches, appearances, and interviews are often the result of teams, preparation, messaging strategy, and careful planning. What audiences see is only the final presentation, not the process behind it. And because of that, interpretations can vary widely depending on what angle someone focuses on. Another layer in all of this is how audiences respond emotionally to public figures. People don't just evaluate words, they respond to tone, energy, body language, and relatability. That emotional response often shapes long-term perception more than the actual content of what is being said. And once a perception is formed, it tends to influence how future moments are interpreted. In the middle of all this, the internet continues doing what it does best, amplifying every angle, every comparison, and every reaction. A single comment can turn into a trending discussion, and a small observation can turn into a larger narrative about personality, communication, and public image. What makes this entire situation so persistent is not just the individuals being discussed, but the way audiences engage with public storytelling in general. Every new speech or appearance becomes part of a wider ongoing conversation that stretches far beyond the original moment. At the end of the day, whether people are talking about appreciation in long relationships, communication styles, or public presentation, the core idea remains the same: perception shapes interpretation. And once something enters public discussion, it rarely stays limited to its original context. That's exactly why these conversations keep coming back, keep evolving, and keep generating debate. Because in the world of public narratives, nothing exists in isolation, everything is connected, compared, and continuously reinterpreted by the audience watching from the outside.